Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Hayakum Allah. Hi guys, and welcome back to another video. So a few days ago I asked you guys over on my Instagram and my Twitter as well a question that reads as follows. Dear medics, with all that you know about the healthcare situation in the country, the training as well as all other factors, will you advise someone to pursue a health related course, and why? So today, inshallah, I'm going to be reading some of your answers and reacting to them as well. So very interesting comments coming by, so let's get started. Bismillah. So before we dive deep into the answers and the comments and the reactions and everything, I want to give context before that the people answering these questions are medics, you know, from all walks of healthcare professions. And then we have people who are still in training, that is, they're still in internship. There are people who have just completed medical school waiting for internship, and there are people who are already in the workforce and completed the internship, completed their training, and they're currently in the workforce. So before I mention any comment, I will say whatever stage this person is in so that you get a little bit more context, you know. And for those that I don't know whatever stage they're in, I'm just going to say that I don't know. So the first comment is from someone that I don't know what stage they're in. They say not, so the answer to the question, not it really, especially when it's upon someone navigate their path and strategize to achieve their path. I don't really get the murad, yani I don't get the goal as to why, you know, the answer is not well put. I don't know what to say about it. If you understand that statement, kindly just comment down below and tell us. Or if you are the person who sent this, I can't really mention your name up here, but if that was your answer, and please just comment down below and let us know about whatever you meant by it. Next, I'm assuming this person is still in training. Yes, they're saying yes if they got the passion. So my reaction to this is absolutely, go for it. If you feel like medicine is what you're passionate about, go for it. But here's the real question: how do you know that you're passionate about medicine? How, what scale do you use? Do you just use the medical movies that you watch, or do you shadow doctors, or do you seek advice from healthcare professionals? What thing are you using to say that I'm in love with medicine? How do you know you're passionate about medicine? If you have any ideas, kindly let us know in the comment section below. So another medic says, this, for context, this person already is done with medical school, so they're waiting for internship. They're saying yes, I would so advise someone to do the healthcare course. No journey is meant to be straightforward, bumps here and there. Yeah, so yeah, yeah, I would, you know, putting it into a more conversation, it's yeah, I would, you know, no journey is meant to be straightforward. There are bumps here and there, and the bumps, mind you, the person saying this has just undergone I would say the initial part of the training, because they haven't done the internship, and this is what they had to say. There are bumps in the actual training in school where you haven't even gone to internship. There are bumps before that time. Another medic says, this person, again, they're just done with medical school, they haven't gone for internship. They're saying, I don't know, would you advise someone to do a healthcare course? I don't know. Or it could be, I don't know, you know what, see you. So that's that. I'm having a lot of fun filming this. Okay, another medic says, again, for context, this person has just completed medical school, they haven't gone for internship. It says, absolutely not. We're hoping things may change, but with the current state of affairs, I wouldn't. Absolutely not. It says absolutely not. We are hoping things may change, but with the current state of affairs, I wouldn't. What this person is trying to say is in different circumstances, yes, I would. But in the current situation, pack your bags and just stay wherever you are, you know? That's all I have to say. Another medic now in the workforce says, Yes, even better, we have international opportunities. So, would you advise someone to do a healthcare course? Yes, even better. We have international opportunities. Like, despite the healthcare situation in the country, despite the shenanigans about healthcare going on in and around the country, like, still, it's not that you're confined to this place. It's not like you're told stay in this box. It's we have international opportunities. And like this particular comment, I sort of also try to think in that perspective. Education is education. In as much as, yes, we are trained to work in a particular field, it's still education. And the vastness of the curriculum that we are taught is that you can work as a medic, but not necessarily inside a hospital. You can work outside of the hospital as well. And I'll throw the ball to you guys and seek and sort of like try and explore and see like what opportunities are out there to do with medicine, and what else can you do with your medical degree. I guess this is what this person had to say. Or like, again, it's like you can still practice but outside the country, so you don't have to practice under the same conditions that are currently in the country. So also from another medic currently in the workforce, they say yes, it's totally worth it at the end. So yeah, like, would you? Yes, go and do it. Like, despite all the challenges, blah blah blah, nini nini, you're going to find satisfaction at the end of the road. So that's that. Another medic. Now I'm assuming this one, I know they've completed medical school, and they've completed medical school outside the country, but like, I don't know if they've gone for internship, because all I'm saying is based on like what I see on their Instagram pages. So they're saying now, no. Like, if it was another time, I'm trying to expound the comment. The person just said now, then with a question mark, and then no. So they're trying to say, like, in another situation, in another circumstance, in another world, in another timing, in the Stone Ages, maybe. Oh yes, but like now, no. Okay, another medic who has just finished medical school and they haven't gone for internship, they say no. The time it takes to get a license, plus the competition between the different, I'm assuming the different healthcare cadres, we have. The time that it takes to get a license, I'm assuming, this person is aiming for private practice, or like the time, to actually, like, just practice the actual medicine. You get to practice, from the minute you set foot into medical school, but the actual, like, practicing without supervision, of course, at any other stage you're going to have supervision, of course, but then, like, the freedom to actually do the things, like plan a management, create a plan of management for a patient, out of your own thoughts, out of your own, like, decisions, and primarily, like, weighing on the first and the sole and the, like, biggest decision maker for that patient's care. It takes a lot. I will give you guys context. For clinical officers, for you to become a licensed practitioner, it's like you have to do 3 years for the diploma, you have to do 3 years in training school, that is school training, and then you have to do 1 year internship, that is 52 weeks of internship. After that, you get now the license to practice. For a BSc clinical officer, you do 4 years for the degree, then you do 1 year internship, and before the internship for both the diploma and the BSc, you have to do an exam that is called the pre-internship exam, the pre-internship exam, where you have to sit for an exam, and then if you pass that exam, you have to go for the internship. After the internship is where you get your license. For the medical officers, it's 6 years of medical school, then you do internship, and then you get your license. After that, you can take various paths. For another medic, I don't know about their journey and what state they are currently in, but they say yes and no. Then there is a pause. Do it if driven by passion and enthusiasm. No, if you want to do it for money, stroke. Basi too, there are other options, So, if money, trying to sort of react to this, if money is your primary goal into this, then consider other things, But then if you're doing it out of passion, out of enthusiasm, out of determination, out of ambition, out of goals, and blah, 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 then do it. That's what this person is trying to say. Now, coming from a doctor who is currently in the workforce, they say, no. No. Why? Bona? Why? You know? Just research healthcare in Kenya and see what is happening. That's all they had to say. Like, no. Why? No, why? Why? Just research and see the current situation on the ground and make the decision from there. But like, why would you why would you do medicine? You know, that's all they had to say, and that's all I have to say. Another medic says, I don't know about the journey on this one, but they say yes, just a yes. Like, would you advise someone to do medicine? Yes. Now, another interesting one from a doctor who just finished medical school. They haven't joined internship yet. So they're saying 6 months pre-counseling before you do the medicine. You have to get 6 months pre-counseling. But kwa sasa, medicine in this country, no motivation. Ni waiting. It's just waiting. You know, it's a long game, and I really get whatever they're saying. It's because after finishing medical school, you know, kitambo, it used to be, I'm assuming again, I don't have the facts on this one, but the situation used to be a lot different. Like, once you're done with medical school, like immediately you get posted for internship. Like, there was no room for like laxity in between, you know, transitioning between hapa na pale, you know, trying to find something to do, doing volunteer work and a lot of things. But then, like right now, it's like there's a lot that is done with school, you know, in 2020, 2022, and then you wait up until now. It's March when I'm filming this video, and they have to wait up until this time for them to actually get posted, and they haven't been posted yet, you know. So it's kind of like a lot, you know. I know people, like while we were rotating back in school, while we were interacting with these interns, I was like asking them a lot of questions, you know, like, tell me about your journey, tell me about your experience, blah blah blah, and they're telling me we had to wait for 8 months to actually get posted after finishing school. So another doctor after who is actually done with internship and they're currently in the workforce, they're saying, unless it's an emergency, like that's all they had to say. Like, do medicine don't do medicine unless it's an emergency. Is there something that requires you, like, is it an emergency situation? Then do it. If it's not, pack your bags, you know, and find something else, you know. That's what I have to say. Another medic says, who is currently, again, waiting for internship after just being done with medical school. They're saying, yes, I would, because I think there's more work that needs to be done in corporate technology, business, etc. I totally agree with you on this one, and I would say, like, I'm of the same thing. I would say, like, we have, mashallah, tabarakallah, we have a lot of brilliant minds, you know, in the country, you know, I personally know a lot of people, mashallah, who are, like, willing to put in the work, willing to go for the training, you know, like, they're brilliant minds, very smart people, mashallah. But then, we're asking you to do this, you know, but we are not, like, working on our parts as well. We are telling you, you know, there are a lot of things to be done there. We need to cure cancer. We need to cure ABCD. We need to find more modern solutions. You know, a lot of things are erupting. A lot of things are coming up. But then, like, what are we doing on our part? You know, what are we doing to the systems? What are we doing to the training? What are we doing to the current systems, that the payment? What are we doing to so many things? The structure of healthcare itself. What are we doing to these things that are sort of guaranteeing kwamba ukiingia kwa medicine, despite you having a brilliant mind, despite you be willing to do the work, you know, like, we are also guaranteeing you kwamba, like, we are going to create a system. There is a system in place that is actually going to assure you kwamba your talents, your abilities, your skills are all going to be put in the right use, you know. It's like potential. There's potential for growth in medicine. There's potential for all these businesses. There's potential for all these, you know, opportunities and technology. But then it ends up at that potential level. You get my point, guys? So that's what I have to say. That's also what the Jogo has to say on that. Another doctor who is just done with medical school and they're waiting for internship, in capital letters, mind you, they're saying no. Like, nah. Like, don't even finish whatever you're asking me. Just no. Yeah. And I'm leaving it at that as well. So another medic says, and I don't know the current situation on the training of them, but they say if the person is passionate about it, he should go for it. But if it's because of the salary, then no. What they're trying to say is, You know, you're going to be compensated. You're going to be compensated in terms of the feelings. You're going to be compensated in terms of achievement. You're going to be compensated in terms of being celebrated. But then when it comes to that value in monetary returns, it's like, nah, just get something else to do. Another doctor says, who is currently in internship, they say, quite a deep question, but I would still advise one to go into healthcare. It's a very diverse field and you don't have to work in Kenya. That's very true, and we actually said this like in the beginning of the video. Like, there's so many things you could do with a medical degree, you know, and with a healthcare degree, let me say that. There's so many things that you could do and not necessarily stick to yourself to a clinical practice. But then, like, also there, like we've said earlier again, like, it's not a must to work in Kenya. Another doctor who is currently waiting for internship as well, they say, yes, I would advise someone to do a healthcare job, but then a healthcare course, sorry. Medicine is still a luxurious and highly fulfilling job. I would say this is so true. Alhamdulillah, part of my training, alhamdulillah, I got the chance to see what the public sector is and how the situation in the public sector is and how the situation in the private sector is. I would say despite them having challenges, you know, no, like, we are still in Kenya and the healthcare system is the same thing, but then if it's better off in the private sector and like really nicer in the private sector. If you're a doctor working in the private, if you're a medic, I would say, working in the private field, you know, and you're a medic working in the public sector, you know, all of you are facing challenges, but like, you know, the challenges in the private sector, it's like challenges in Dubai. You know, you're facing challenges in Dubai. Of course, I'm saying this out of just the experience of what I saw medics actually working. You know, it could be different for those of you who are working in the private healthcare field. Kindly let us know in the comment section down below. But for the public sector, we can all agree without even a doubt that the situations in the public sector are just, you know, trash, and it's like very difficult to work in this situation. But then again, like the doctor says, it's still a luxurious and highly fulfilling job, and it's not only fulfilling, like I would say, like in terms of compensation in the private sector again, but like also the rewards and satisfaction of, you know, someone walking in and actually helping that person. You know, patients are people who are vulnerable. Patients are people who are in need, and you being there as a medic, being able to apply that knowledge. Let me tell you something. If you're a medic watching this video, you can totally attest to this, and please, like, just comment in the comment section below if this is so true. You know, helping someone as a medic, you know, even if it's like the tiniest of things, just suturing someone up. You know, the patient might come in with a mentality of like, mimi nakufa, I'm dying, and then with just your skill, you know, suturing pale na pale, you know, describing medication, assuring them, explaining to them their situation, you know, admitting them, being kind to them, every process that you do for them, it's like a very big thing. And for you to be in that position to affect someone's life in that perspective and in that situation, it's just one of the most rewarding and fulfilling things you'll ever do in your life. Hands down, like one of the best things you'll ever get to experience. So like, in terms of fulfillment, trust me, that one, medicine won't let you down. Any healthcare job won't let you down, and I 100% attest to that, and I actually agree with that. So coming on to another medic who is currently in training, they say the medical field is a rigorous and demanding, I would say, process, but they didn't include that. They say medical field is a rigorous and demanding, thus require dedication and hard work, big time. Like, I would say, like, what this person is trying to say is, you want to do medicine. Like, let's say we're having this conversation, and then they're like, you want to do this, you want to do medicine, you want to do something in healthcare, right? Are you willing to do the work? Are you willing to study? Are you willing to handle the emotions? Are you willing to go through all the rigorous training? Are you willing to go through all the ups and downs? Are you dedicated enough? Like, this is what this person is trying to say. Are you willing to put in the time? Are you willing to invest your 20s, your 30s, you know, in training? Are you willing to do all the things that are required, you know, to come out at the end, you know, as a successful medic? Are you willing to do the work that is required for you to become a healthcare professional? You know, like, that is what this person is trying to ask, and I will do the same. Like, in as much as my videos on my YouTube channel of course do that, you know, and show you like the entire process of what being a medical student is, at least from a BSc clinical medicine student perspective, but you know, it's like the general gist, you know. So like after seeing that, it's like, are you willing to actually do all these things, you know? After seeing everything, are you willing to take yourself through every shenanigan that this guy has gone through, or like even more or even worse, you know, because everybody's situation could be different. So yeah, that's like what this person was trying to say. So another one from a doctor who is currently in the workforce, they say, yes, I would, because to be honest, no one needs to stay here to practice. So like, go and do the healthcare thing that you want to do, but it doesn't mean that you have to stay here in Kenya to actually do it. So medicine itself, go and do it. A healthcare course, go and do it. But does it mean that you have to stay in Kenya and stay grounded here and work as a medic? No. So this video is already long. I would have put my opinion, but I will take another 30 minutes, you know, because I do love talking about these things. But then that is all you guys had to say about that question, and y'all had a lot to say, and at least I hope that this video has given you a perspective into what the medics currently say about the healthcare itself. You know, what do they have to say about the training, what do they have to say about the current situation per ground. And if maybe you have any questions, you have any concerns, you have any opinions, you have any comments, kindly leave them in the comment section down below. And thank you guys so much for watching and sticking by. If you've made it up to this point, kindly leave like a pen comment in the section down below, like the emoji of a pen. Kindly leave it in the comment section down below, and so that I can know how many people sort of like reached up to this point. Ni hayo tu kwa sasa. I'll see you guys in the next video. Assalamu alaikum.